Series racing. Here we go for the U.S. Cellular 250. Second race at Iowa Speedway. We'll see how this one's gonna go. First race here was pretty good as well, and we only raced here 5 races ago, so a 6-race stretch that we are racing at Iowa Speedway twice. So Ryan Sieg starting at the back, so is Noah Gregson. Have to keep an eye on that. We're going to start at the rear as well, as we have 3 drivers going to the back. We just had a poor qualifying effort. We got our left side tires on the apron through turns 3 and 4, completely spun out, kept it off the wall, but our lap time was the slowest, so that is why we're starting at the rear. Green flag in the air at Iowa as we roll quickly into turns 1 and 2, 3 wide, trying to move through this field as quick as possible, as we have a 60-lap opening stage to this race. Cole Custer started on the pole. He's going to lead lap 1 here at Iowa. And we're already 4 wide at the end of lap 1 going into turn 1. This could get tight on a short track here. Back-to-back short track races in the Xfinity Series. We're using the controller again here tonight, just like we did in the last race. Still 3 wide off the edge of the corner. Chastain really trying to roll the top. We're gaining spots pretty quickly in the beginning of this race, though, I do have to say. And now 4 wide again as we're the second car in the middle. And now down to 3 wide off the exit of the corner. Joey Gase just pulled in front of us and in front of the 36 down on the bottom of Josh Williams. So close to making contact with Chastain there, really trying to side draft off of him, and now a little contact with Mills underneath of us. He slides the tires a little bit to get on by into turn 1 as we try to cross over Joey Gase now, and maybe we can get underneath Matt Mills as well. Looking, can't quite get to him that time. We do clear Joey Gase for position. That'll move us up to 18th. Chase Briscoe is now in the lead for the first time in the race. All this battling towards the middle to the back of the pack is really something else here. We're racing kind of late on a Saturday night. I have no plans for tomorrow, though, so you can guarantee that we will have a doubleheader live stream tomorrow. I really want to get one in tonight. Might have the Dirt Series coming up next right after this, depending on what time this Xfinity Series race gets over with. Ross Chastain is trying to pull away from us now. He's going to pull up alongside the 19 of Brandon Jones. We'll see if maybe we can make a move to get around both of them at the same time. 3 wide into turn 1, driving it in deep there. Staying alongside the 4, we're both going to clear the 19 of Brandon Jones. And again, we're racing hard with Ross Chastain, but we have not made contact yet. Again, driving it in deep through 3 and 4. Getting it to stick. Oh, can't quite clear him. Contact, he gets loose off of turn 4. Great save by Chastain. And we're going to keep on keeping on. A little bit of a loose moment there. Got the left side tires on the apron there. It's what I did in my qualifying lap in turns 3 and 4, only I completely spun out. Again, I was able to lock it down and save it from hitting the outside retaining wall, so that was nice. We are gaining ground here on BJ McLeod, now looking to the inside. We're going to complete the pass off of turn 2, and that will move us up to 14th. BJ not going to be able to try a crossover move down the backstretch or into turn 3. So I do know Noah Gregson started at the rear of the field as well. You can see he's working his way up just as well as we are. We have just worked ourselves through the field a little quicker through the first 10 laps. Still quite a ways to go, and Custer's still about a quarter of a track ahead of us, so it's going to be tough to win this opening stage of the race, that's for sure. Be interesting to see how our tires are going to last, because if I remember right, I don't think our tires were able to last in the last race through the stages. Fuel was plenty good. Check out of the gas that time. Granted, I have typically ran the bottom of the racetrack as well. Don't like the top side here at Iowa. Almost 7 seconds off the race lead. A little tight in these corners as well, though. That's not helping. Started off the run pretty fine, but then we have just, man, another big moment there off of turn 4. It's really trying to catch the car. I'll allow BJ McLeod to close back in on us again. We're going to keep him clear, though, off of turn 2. Really tough to get this car to turn now. Now we've caught Clements in the 51 car just in front of us off of turn 2. We'll make the move to the inside into 3 and 4. Gonna beat him to the bottom, but we're not gonna be able to clear him off of turn 4. We're still side by side. Now we're gonna pull up and clear him before we get into turn 1. Use that momentum, try to catch up to Austin Cindric as quick as we can now. Three of the next 4 races after this one will be held on road courses. That'll definitely be fun. With the next race being at Watkins Glen, and I will be using the steering wheel tomorrow for that race. So that will be very, very interesting to see how that's going to go. Definitely going to have to practice before I even qualify for that event. Cindric goes back to the top side through 1 and 2 again. Here comes Christopher Bell closing into the back bumper. He's able to stay in the gas as we did close the gap for sure. Again, Cindric goes all the way to the top with Bell on the bottom through turns 3 and 4. Slide job to pull up in front of him now. He's not going to be able to make a crossover move. Bell up to 12th. We had a runner-up finish at New Hampshire last night. Jeffrey Earnhardt got his first win of the season to lock himself into the playoffs. Chase Briscoe coming into this race second in the point standings right behind us. Looking like he's got one of the cars to beat here, which could be huge for him trying to get stage points. Needs to really start outscoring me and pretty much outscore me big if he's going to want a really good shot to still win the regular season championship. Summer months, we've really had great finishes throughout the course of the season. Right along with the in-car cam for the first time tonight. So we ourselves have not caught lap traffic yet. The leaders have been in lap traffic for a little bit now. Elliott Sadler in 11th, just in front of us. Our colleague racing in the 10 car. They're just pushing extremely tight on the exit of these corners. Even tight getting into the corners some of the time too. Trying to split the lap car. Barcelo there taking a 3 wide for a short moment. Now trying to clear John Hunter Nemechek for 11th. And now quickly to the inside on the 10 car for the 10th spot on the racetrack. Quickly, Gralla pulls up in front of him. We're going to try to beat all these guys. Closer to the back bumper of the 7 of Allgaier, who is in 8th. Deep maneuver into turn number 1. We will clear Allgaier for 8th coming off of the corner. Look at that 3-wide battle for position going on in front of us. It includes a lap car 4 wide now with everybody. Vinnie Miller, Timmy Hill, a couple lap cars in the mix. We're still 4 wide off the exit of the corner. This is getting very, very tight here. That'll move us up to 7th as we close in now on Justin Haley. We just passed Michael Annette. And now to the inside of Haley as he comes up the block. We'll take the inside into turn 3. And Christopher Bell will clear Haley for the 6th spot off of turn 4. And now Greg Golding is less than a second ahead of us. Zigzagging to the outside of Chad Fincham off of turn 4 now. He's in 30th, 1 lap down. Almost halfway through the opening stage. Still 6 seconds off the race lead. We're not cutting into the lead by a lot here, but we are little by little. I'm sure the way the lap traffic will work out for the most part, we should at some point in time, in my opinion at least, take the lead before the end of the stage. 3 and 4 now. We are going to clear Golding for the 5th spot on the racetrack. So we're up to 5th at the line. Still 32 to go in stage 1, but with it being a short track, these laps are going to fly by. We had a side-by-side finish in that race last night, a photo finish at that. Despite winning the first 2 stages, we finished 2nd at the end of the race to Jeffrey Earnhardt. We did, in fact, lead the most laps over the course of the race as well, as now we're boxed in. Brandon Jones having a terrible race back at 27th, 1 lap down right now. We're trying to work on Zane Smith for position. Getting the run off the top side of the track. We're going to easily clear him into turn 3. We're up to 4th now with Tyler Reddick, who is in 3rd just in front of us. Working back to the inside now is Zane Smith. 30 laps to go. We're halfway home through stage 1. Cross flags in the air. Beating Zane Smith back to the gas now. We're going to clear him now to the inside quickly on Tyler Reddick. 3 wide into turns 3 and 4. Reddick trying to fight through the middle. Contact now as Zane Smith tries to move us up the racetrack. Still side by side with Zane Smith down the backstretch. We are so even right now, cannot beat each other. Now Reddick goes to the top, and caution will fly for the first time in this race on lap 42. Sorry, lap 32. We get our first yellow in this 250 lap race. So yeah, so far off to a good start here. Iowa Speedway, we got some guys hitting pit road. We're going to stay out of the pits for right now, and we'll advance to the green. We will be restarting in 2nd on the outside of Tyler Reddick. Green flag is going to be back in the air here at Iowa. 25 laps to go in the opening stage of the race. Reddick on the bottom, Bell on the top, trying to pin him on the inside. Coming off of turn 2, who's got the advantage? We're going to clear Reddick down the backstretch into turn 3. We're about to lead our first lap of the race on lap 37 at the line on Tyler Reddick. We have him clear, at least for right now. 24 to go in the stage, and we got a lot of guys on fresh tires not too far behind us. So now that we have the clean air, we're trying to pull away from Tyler Reddick. We need to get out to as big of a lead as possible before those guys on fresh tires catch up to us. Not sure exactly how many guys pitted. I do know for a fact at least the top 10 stayed out of the pits. Get 2 laps in just under 50 seconds here at Iowa. Just over a 1 second lead on Reddick. Hard to tell exactly right now who the first driver on 4 Fresh Tires is going through the field. We're kind of slowly slipping away from everybody in the top 5, it seems like. We got to keep it clean and not hit the wall, that's for sure. Who knows, maybe we get another caution before the end of the stage as well. That's not impossible. I think Jeremy Clements is the first driver on 4 tires. He is now up to 3rd. And in fact, John Hunter Nemechek up to 2nd. I think Nemechek is actually the first driver on 4 Fresh Goodyears, with Jeremy Clements in 3rd, right behind him also on 4 Fresh Tires. Yeah. Off of turn 4, our lead is just under a second. Nemechek is coming, and we still have 19 to go in the stage. So maybe we can hit lap traffic, and that could help us too. Who knows? As of right now, it's not looking good. Chase Briscoe, who pitted from the lead. He's led the most laps in this race so far, now fighting for 2nd. As he gets to the inside of John Hunter Nemechek. Can he clear him off of turn 2? Yes, he does. Oh, into the wall off of 2. Here comes Briscoe. He's fighting hard. Gonna make sure he's gonna try to pass us around the top side of the track. Can't get us that time. Nemechek gonna pull up alongside of him for 2nd now, as we have 17 to go in stage 1. Washing up the racetrack. Nemechek can't quite clear Briscoe for 2nd yet. Briscoe on the top side. Is he going to get there? Yes, he is. Side by side for the lead. Lap traffic looming. We're going to lead the lap by inches at the line. Into turns 1 and 2. Driving it in deep. Getting it to hold. We clear everybody of the race lead. Still off of turn 2. Briscoe cannot get to our outside once again. And maybe he's got a chance off of turn 4. Like Zane Smith was about to take it 3 wide up the middle there for a second, but he didn't. Caution. Caution is out for the 2nd time in stage 1. This time with 15 laps to go in the stage, and we got everybody that did not pit that was on the lead lap at the end of last caution is going to pit now. 25% on the right front. I just don't know if we can block all the way to the end or not. It's going to be close. We'll stay out again. We'll try to risk it. We'll have 12 laps to go in the stage. Everybody from 8th on back will be on 4 Fresh Goodyears. We only ran about 5 to 7 laps that time through on that green flag run. So the green flag back in the air once again, trying to get through these shifts as quick as possible. We're off to a good start into turn 1 at least. Just gotta hope that right front tire is gonna make it all the way to the finish as well though in this opening stage. Thought about taking right sides only there for a second, but I should have done that under the first yellow when I had a chance, rather than that one. Took the track position both times. We lead the first lap off the restart. Almost went 3 wide there off of turn 2 for 2nd, but they are still side by side with Briscoe on the top and John Hunter Nemechek on the bottom. Just trying to hold on as long as we can. They're still side by side. 10 laps to go in stage 1. Heart's pounding right now because I don't know if these old tires are going to be able to have us hold the lead here, as our right front is getting really worn out now. Pinned on the bottom of the track, Reddick is on the freshest tires through the field. We block him off. Here comes Zane Smith on the top now. 9 laps to go. Now Zane Smith's looking for the race lead. They try to block him off. We're taking so slow, trying to hold the bottom through the corners. They're going to pass me. It's going to have to be on the top side. Not let them get around us on the bottom. And there we go. Side by side for the lead now. Going to block off Briscoe, but Zane Smith takes the lead at the line that time. Can we get back under him? Big maneuver here. Contact is made now. Off of turn 2. Who will have the advantage into 3? Bell trying to hold on older tires. Smith gets a little bobbly through the corner. And Smith going to lead the lap at the line again. Only 7 to go. And it in deep through turns 1 and 2. Contact made again. Through the corner to the lead for the moment, but that opens up the bottom. Here comes the net. Contact again. Cindric on the bottom of the track now. Annette locks the brakes into the corner, trying to hold on. We're just trying to hold on for every position we can get now. Stephen Light now on the inside, looking for 4th. 6 to go in the stage. Are we even going to finish the stage under green, or will we get another yellow? Light clears us off of turn 4. 3-car battle for the lead. Up ahead, though, with Austin Cindric currently out in front. Back to the inside of Stephen Light. We're going to clear him back for 4th. Good crossover move that time. Can't count us out as far as trying to win the stage yet, though. Never know if we get a caution. 4 to go. We get back to the start-finish line and the caution comes out, though. Then that will end the stage under a yellow. Yeah, I don't think... Yep. 3 to go now. Right front tire at 9%. This is going to be close. I think those 2 cautions might have been enough to help us, though, as far as trying to get to the end of the stage. Definitely seem to conserve our tires a lot better in this race than what we did in that opening race of the season here at Iowa. 2 to go now. Tyler Reddick in the lead, looking for a playoff point. Looks like we're still going to outscore Chase Briscoe. Again, that's if our tires make it all the way back to the finish. I think they will, though. It's a short track, 6%. It should be able to make it. Reddick still leads with Cindric in 2nd. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go in stage 1. Michael Annett in 3rd as well. Top 3 nose to tail coming off of turn 2, now down the backstretch. Will Cindric have any sort of shot at him? Or will we have to wait? Down to the bottom of the track goes Annett trying to get 2nd on Cindric. That allows Reddick to pull away, and off of turn 4 at the line, Tyler Reddick will win stage 1 at Iowa. We're going to bring it home in 4th. Tough to see who had 2nd at the line as they were side by side. Cindric was able to hold on with Annett 3rd. Stephen Light 5th. Kaz Grella 6th, who started towards the rear as well. Chase Briscoe 7th. Zane Smith 8th. Noah Gregson also started at the rear. He finished 9th in the stage, and Elliott Sadler rounds out the top 10. So again, 4 fresh tires. We'll pit for a full tank of fuel, repair any damage we have. We did make contact a couple times towards the end of the stage there. And with 190 to go, we'll start stage 2. Another 60 laps of racing coming your way. So here we go. Tyler Reddick will lead us to the green flag this time. Everybody on 4 fresh tires as we all pit. They lost 1 spot on pit road, back to 5th, but quickly taking it 3 wide to the bottom of the track. Very, very tight, very risky. Can we clear them? No. 4 wide for the lead now. 4 wide down the backstretch. Tyler Reddick backs out of it. He wants no part of this. quickly down to the inside. We might still be able to move into second. Can we clear Cindric off of turn number 4? No, we're side by side still for second. Annette will lead the lap somehow, some way, making that 4-wide move to the bottom. And that will clear Cindric for second off of turn 2 as we try to run down Michael Annette in the 1. Annette now moves to the top side. Here comes Kaz Gralla on the bottom. Gralla is there. Reddick might be able to follow his RCR teammate. Back to the top side again goes Annette. Now we're 3 wide for second. Reddick goes all the way to the bottom. Wasn't willing to follow his teammate. He wanted to waste no time. He still can't clear him well. And now we get split through the traffic with Noah Gragson and Austin Cindric. And Gragson, I believe, has a really fast car. Contact now at the 22. Reddick to the bottom into turn 1 for the lead. He's got it. In fact, Drake Galding's going to follow him and get up to second. And Annette is falling back quickly. Reddick trying to pull away as the side-by-side action goes on behind from second on back. We are currently in 6th, trying to make a run here on Michael Annette. Deep dive into the corner that time. Annette back to the top side again. We seem to be better through turns 1 and 2 than what we are 3 and 4. I have noticed that over the course of the race. Pole sitter Cole Custer in 7th, right behind us. He's looking for the position for 6th as well. He's going to get to our inside. We can't quite get to Annette again. Custer clears us off of turn 2. Good pass for him. Maybe we'll just try to follow Custer to Annette, but now Elliott Sadler will get under us off the exit of 4. We're side by side for 7th now. Custer just cleared Michael Annette. Now he's trying to do the same with Gragson in the next corner. Can he pass 3 cars in 3 corners? Yes, he does. He's able to get there quickly. Looking to get down to the bottom. Contact. Zane Smith sends us up the track. He gets really loose in the process. Briscoe slips by on the outside with Cindric and someone else as well. Can't tell exactly who it was. Brandon Brown. So Smith just lost 3 spots a lap ago. Still holding on to a top 10 position here. Remember, 4th place finish in stage 1. We didn't get the playoff point, but we got more points added on for the regular season total. Briscoe made a late dive, but we definitely beat him back to the gas as we close in on Michael Annette now off of turn 4. Made a pass on not 1 but 2 drivers through turns 1 and 2 that time. We go from 8th to 6th.
Got a combo now.
Chase Briscoe closing in on us. He gets under us. We couldn't run our apex as perfect that time, and Briscoe's up to 6th. He led the most laps in stage 1. Trying to get out in front as quick as he can here in this stage. To his inside, contact now. Off of turn 2, we're side by side still into 3 as we're on the inside. Briscoe on the top. Can we clear him for the 6th spot again? Yes, we will. Sliding up in front of him. Look how big of a lead Tyler Reddick's got right now. Cole Custer going for 2nd, though, the pole sitter. It's going to clear for 2nd place off of turn 2. Now goes back to the top. Crossover move on the bottom, it looks like by Elliott Sadler. Sadler battling for 2nd. Oh, we put it in the wall off of turn 4. And Briscoe's able to get on by. Back to 7th again. I think we're going to need 1 caution in this stage to make sure that we for sure get to the end on tires in this stage. We had 3% tire wear left last time. That won't be enough to run an extra 3 laps if we stay green all the way through this stage. To the inside on Drake Golden. Can't quite stay on the inside of him down the front stretch though. Into turns 1 and 2, back to the inside again. Cautions out. We did pass Golding. And it doesn't look like, it looks like Jeremy Clements is the only taker of those on the lead lap. Cesar Barcella, the only driver out of the race. Last 2 on the racetrack also pitting. They got nothing to lose of Martins and Barcella. Or sorry, Martins and Miller. Barcella's out of the race. So I wonder if Clements is actually out or not. We might be able to make it on tires to the end of the stage with that caution. So everybody's staying out of the pits. We'll restart in 6th. Another crazy restart coming your way. Here we go to the green flag. The green is in the air. Looking to the outside quickly, trying to take it 3 wide. Remember, we were 4 wide for the lead last time through. Sadler just got freight trained through the middle. He is still there. We went to the top side, didn't really lose or gain any spots. Now we're 3 wide middle coming off of the corner. Nope, not quite. Almost. Still on the outside of Sadler. Now we're 3 wide middle into turn 1. We are going to clear Custer at least. Still on the inside of us is Elliott Sadler. Now we get the run down the back stretch on him. And we beat him into turn 3. Reddick to the outside. We're going to go to the inside. Look at how quickly Briscoe took the lead. Briscoe from 5th to 1st in 2 laps on the restart. Right back to the top side again as we close in on Drake Golding. We'll make the pass for 3rd on Reddick. We're definitely fighting here. Golding now to the top side from turns 3 and 4. Can we clear Golding for 2nd? Yes, we will. Bell up to 2nd. Just over a half second behind Briscoe. Seemed to be a little bit quicker than Briscoe through 1 and 2. Gained about 0.2 of a second on him that time. We'll see where we can gain into 3 and 4, if any at all. Never hit the brakes there. Only let out of the throttle. That was about perfect. We stayed even through 3 and 4. So that entire last lap we gained 0.2 of a second. We still got 35 to go in the stage. Another big run on Briscoe. Look at us go. Gained a 1/10 of a second that time. Overall, that last lap, we gained a 10. Stayed even through 3 and 4 again. And again through 1 and 2. Just trying to close the gap as much as possible. We're not in contention to pass him yet. Just trying to keep applying. Gained another 1/10 of a second that last lap. Going for it there through turns 1 and 2. Closing into the back bumper even more. We are so close. Now to the inside into turns 3 and 4. Briscoe shuts the door on us though. Back to the inside again through 1 and 2. Now we're side by side for the lead off of 2 down the back stretch. Into 3, we got the advantage on the bottom in the passing lane. Can we clear Briscoe off of 4? No, we can't. Had to check out of the gas. Not even going to side draft it. Just going to try to go all the way down to the bottom. Now back into 1. We will finally clear Briscoe for the race. People try a crossover. Yes, he will, but he's going to be blocked off down the back stretch. Will be an official lead change at the line. Briscoe fighting back, can't get there. Lead change at the line, second different time. Bell is led in the race halfway through stage number 2. 30 to go. We are right on the border as far as these tires being able to make it to the end. We might need another caution. We had 2 in stage 1. Hopefully for our sake it stays green though. Jimmy Clements though, he's up to 4th. Remember, he's on 4 fresh Goodyear tires by about 20 to 25 laps on these leaders. He's got a shot to take the lead away if he can get up here. James Smith, Chase Briscoe battling for second on behind us. Out of the in-car camp for the second and final time in this race. We will alternate through the cameras late in stage 2 here. We'll take you closer to the end of the stage. And we ran that corner about as perfect as he possibly could have that last time. Zane Smith's up to second though. He has passed Chase Briscoe. Clements slowly catching us interval time-wise, but still the 2 cars for position in between us. About got into the wall off of 4, really had to get out of the gas again. 25 to go in the stage, we're still in the lead. Top 4 all within a second of the race lead. Makes this battle even more intense. Still got the clean air, but not for too much longer here as the lap traffic is coming. We're going to catch our first lap car of stage 2 right now. With 24 to go as we get to the inside of Jackson and Earnhardt for that matter through 1 and 2. We clear them both off the corner. Alternating to the hood cam. And 10:30 Eastern Standard Time for this race. Still in stage 2. We started this race roughly right around quarter till 10, 9:50-ish. And even when we start stage 3, we drop the green flag in stage 3, we will still not quite be at halfway. Slightly into the back of the 66 and Timmy Hill. Definitely messed us up there coming out of turn 4. Cost us almost a half second. James Smith just trying to run back through this field as quick as possible again. Clean to the outside. Full contact there with Tommy Joe Martin's now 3 wide. Well, almost 3 wide. Now we're kind of caught behind Chad Finch, and now we're going 3 wide up the middle there for a quick second. Trying to get around the lap cars. Doing the same thing off of turn 4. That got a little tight. Staying in the gas though. Almost putting it in the wall and almost into the 36 as we're so loose there. But really just trying to pull away as much as possible. Get out of the gas there. I don't know, we just don't have a big lead right now. Right front tire, 27% tire wear, 15 laps to go at the line. It's just not looking good as far as trying to make it to the end of the stage. Once we get around Vinnie Miller here, it looks like we've got a little bit of time. We can run the next few laps without another lap car being in our way. Through turns 3 and 4, that time our right front tire will now go to 20% tire wear, now 19 off the exit of 4. Tire getting very worn out. 11 laps to go in the stage. Almost a 5-second lead on Zane Smith now, going right up the middle to split the traffic again. Quick as possible. Oh, Gregson's really falling back here in the stage, currently in 17th. Not too much further ahead of us. 10 to go. Yeah, I don't care how much damage we'll have if that tire goes flat. Just as long as we can make it to the end of the stage. Save it, Ray Black Jr. And he does, as we barely make the pass on him now. That was a close one. We really locked it down. We stay green, 9 to go. Definitely don't want a caution here, but Zane Smith gained about 2.5 seconds on us. We now only have a 3-second lead. Lettuce salesman, yep. Let's do this. We only have 8 laps left in stage number 2. This is definitely going to be a close race to the end of the stage. Just to the inside of Noah Gregson here. A 4-second lead, but again, will that right front tire be able to make it to the end? Less contact the better, but I don't know. It's not looking good. 7 to go. On the bright side, though, we are short track racing, so these laps are going by a lot quicker. Almost into the side of Reddick off the edge of the corner. Still trying to put all these guys a lap down, too. Zane Smith hasn't won a race all year. He could be in a position to possibly lock himself into the playoffs with a win. in this race. He might need a win, who knows, because we only have 4 spots still left open for the 12-man playoff. After Jeffrey Earnhardt locked himself in on a photo finish side by side at the line last night, we now have 5 laps to go here in stage number 2. Really all about just keeping an eye on that right front tire. Trying to get around Morgan Shepherd now. The tire blows. I think we can make it back to the finish for sure. It's just a matter of will we be able to hold on to the lead and get that playoff point or not. I'd like for it not to blow at all, so that way we don't have any damage we have to repair, because we'll definitely lose the lead for sure if that is the case. We'll fall back likely to the rear end of the lead lap. Luckily, there's not that many drivers allowed down right now. Only the top 10 on the lead lap, and Justin Haley's about to go a lap down now. So only 9 drivers on the lead lap with 3 to go. John Hunter Nemechek right in front of us as well. We'll clear him off of turn 4. 2 laps to go at the line. Pit road will close this time by. Christopher Bell trying to hold on. Ross Chastain in 8th. Not too far ahead of us as well. All those teammates running right with each other. Chastain blocks us through 1 and 2. We'll look to his inside now. 3 wide for the moment. We'll beat him into turn 3. Looks like we'll get around him. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go in stage 2. Right front tire looks like it will barely survive. That 1 caution that we had here in stage 2 was enough to help it last. 7 drivers will finish on the lead lap to the end of the stage as well, as the green and white checker flag's in the air. Christopher Bell wins stage 2 after finishing 4th in stage 1. A little bit better luck this time with the timing of the yellow. Of course, remember back in stage 1, it was won by Chase Briscoe. Or sorry, no, it was won by Tyler Reddick, my bad. Tyler Reddick won stage 1. Briscoe led the most laps so far in this race, though. So we'll definitely hit pit road for 4 fresh Goodyears this time by, repairing any damage we can and taking a full tank of fuel. So this will be very, very close on whether or not we can make this race 1 stop after this one to the finish. Yeah, lucky the tire didn't blow. Yes, I did, but it's better to be lucky than good. If we didn't get a caution, I think that caution came out like with about 35 laps left in the stage. If we didn't get that yellow, we definitely, we're not going to make it to the end. Lost 2 spots on pit road though, but the green flag is going to be back in the air. Here we go for the second half and the finish of this race here in stage 3. Quickly jumping out to the lead. Takes quite a while for these tires to really kick in though, and the car to kick in to be the fastest on the track. Zane Smith trying to challenge into 3 and 4, not wasting any time at all, trying to get back to the lead at the stripe. We'll still gain 1 spot from the restart, but Zane Smith will lead the opening lap under green in stage 3 as we really fall into the nighttime darkness throughout the course of this race now. Ray Gaulding looking to the inside, going into turn 3, trying to shut the door on him, barely able to do it. And that opens up the top now for Chase Briscoe, probably the fastest driver on the racetrack through the first 20 laps for sure. In a run, we want to keep him behind us as long as we possibly can. Getting tight off the exit of the corner, that's going to open up the bottom. Gaulding going to slip on through. I think Briscoe's going to follow in behind him. Yes, he will. Give us just a slight bump, pushing us up the track even more. We are starting to fade back in freight train on the outside. Oh, a little contact there with Austin Cindric. Cindric goes a lap down in 10th, trying to fight to be the first driver a lap down to get the free pass in case of a yellow. Cole Custer trying to run him down for that free pass position as well. Custer was the pole sitter in the race. And he really stalled out there through the corner, looking back to the inside. Custer into turn 3. Zane Smith pulling away, it seems like, from Greg Galding. As Briscoe's actually going to pass Galding around the outside. Galding trying to get him back, though, on the inside line going into turn 3. So we slip up the track. Here comes Jeremy Clements now for 5th. He's easily going to beat us there. We're barely pulling down, getting tight. Got back into the gas way too soon. Almost put it in the wall. Ray Black Jr. will get around us now. Not for position, but just another car we got to pass for whenever we try to get back through this field again. Back to the inside on Ray Black Jr. Side drafted off one another on the exit of 2. Allgaier now looking for the race lead. Or not the race lead, looking for the position. Just cleared Ray Black Jr. That was a close one. Allgaier, though, for the position, looking to the inside of us. That was the price we had to pay. A little bit of a side draft there, but he's going to get on by. Allgaier up to 6th. Zane Smith still pulling away, at least for right now. Chase Briscoe, though, up to 2nd. Can we run Smith down? Still got a little bit of a ways before we catch lap traffic here in stage 3.
Careful, still there.
Closing into the back bumper off of turn 2 here on Justin Allgaier. Now looking to the inside into 3. Drove it in a little too deep that time, though. At least we're able to stay alongside of him, trying to side draft now through the tri-oval. And try to get him back to turns 1 and 2, driving it in deep again, getting it to stick this time. Nope. Just enough at least, and we'll slide right back up in front of Allgaier for position as he tries to cross us over now to the inside. Us racing with each other has allowed Ross Chastain to join the mix. Allgaier able to hold in front of us. I'll put in the wall off of turn 2. That was close. Next pit stop, I think we might try to loosen it up just a little bit here. It just seems like tightness in the race car is not to our well-being here. In stage 3. About how we were in the opening run of the race too. What it's really feeling like. Rubber laying down, grip level starting to wash away. It's short track racing at its finest. To the inside of Allgaier, trying to side draft off of him. He gets on by again.
Still there.
To the inside of Allgaier. Can't quite get him that time.
Still there.
Gonna get on by Clements for 6th though. Following Allgaier right on past him through turns 3 and 4. Maybe we got a chance to strike for 5th on Allgaier through 1 and 2. To the inside, we will clear Allgaier off of turn 2. Christopher Bell back up to 5th again as we try to close in on Greg Golding, who is just less than a second ahead of us as well.
Got a car low now.
Allgaier looks to the bottom through 3 and 4. Can't give us that time. He does close right back up to us again, though. Getting about a 1/10 of a second through 3 and 4 on Golding. Seemed to be a little better through 1 and 2. Kind of ran the middle line that time through. Might be allowing them to pull away slightly. Looking for it. There we go. Back to the inside again. A little loose. Drove it in deep. Got it to stick though. Working through the throttle. Working that car to the inside line and right back up to 4th. And Zane Smith's got a big lead from where we're at though, just over 7.5 seconds behind him. Despite only being 2 seconds back from Michael Annett in 3rd, who is fighting hard with the lap traffic and not catching them in good positions like we have been. Seems like everybody's staying on the top and staying out of our way with ease in the corners, at least right now. Ooh, oh, contact with Vinnie Miller. Really caught him in a terrible spot coming off of turn 2. Probably could have checked up too, though. That probably would have helped. Car's finally starting to loosen up a little bit. Hopefully it loosens up a little bit more, though. To the inside of Nemechek. Who's in 11th, 1 lap down right now. Austin Cindric also a lap down though, just in front of him in 10th. Cole Custer's still 2.5 behind Annett. Like short track racing here on a Saturday night. About 2/3 of the way through this race. Running on the short track though, these laps are definitely going to fly by to the finish. Cindric working on a net that might allow us to catch Michael a lot sooner than originally expected as we really close into his back bumper off of turn 2. Still a lot more lap cars just in front of us. Annett, though, able to go to the bottom. That blocks us off at least through 3 and 4 that time. We are catching Chase Briscoe as well. Briscoe 3.5 seconds behind us. Big dive into turn 1 and drove it in almost a little too deep. And that pulls us a little bit. Annett, late move to the top side with all the lap cars on the bottom. He'll slip up just enough. Couldn't clear him there, but we're going to use lap car Smithley as a pick, and that'll move Christopher Bell up to 3rd. We are now into the 3rd position. Closing in on Austin Cindric. Make the move to the inside. Trying to get around the lap car. We're going to use Morgan Shepherd as a pick now through turns 3 and 4. We're going to get around him. Justin, if you were wondering about getting the game, I do highly recommend it. It is a lot of fun, in my opinion. Stream a lot of races with my broadcasting. pretty much on the daily at this point, whether it's this or Tony Stewart's Sprint Car Racing game. But no, yeah, I really think it's worth it. I think the game is even cheaper now than what it was when it came out. It was standard edition, I believe, was $50 when it came out again this year, so it's well worth it. I got the gold edition, which was $80, but it really doesn't matter. You can get standard. I played the standard too. I'm not sure. I want to say, I know for a fact the gold edition, you get the $50 gift voucher. I'm not sure if the standard edition comes with that or not. Probably have to find out. But yeah, the game definitely worth it. Pulls him in here on Zane Smith. Still got the catch and pass, Chase Briscoe yet too, who is only about a second ahead of us now. Smith has a 3-second lead from where we're at on the track. 36% tire wear on the right front right now. As long as we try to cut the stage in half, we should be able to make it on just a one-stop race to the finish. .95 laps to go. We didn't make contact with Vinnie Miller again. That time we passed him as a lap car. Quickly now to the inside. Both us and Briscoe had troubles getting into the corner. And not only that, we stay off of each other. And still side by side for second off the exit of 4. Driving it in deep, trying to use Harmon as a pick. It works yet again. We've only had to do that when we are on the inside of the racetrack as well. And we are up to second. I'm just trying to run down the race leader here of Zane Smith. Reddick, who's a stage 1 winner, has really been no sight inside the top 5 since then. We won stage 2. Somewhat of a nail biter. Michael Annette, who was the first driver 1 lap down tonight, will clear him. We are just over a second behind Zane Smith at the line with 91 to go. Smith's got a little bit more clean air in front of him, at least for right now. To the inside of Zane Smith off of turn 4. We caught him. Side draft at the line. Smith leads the lap by inches all the way down to the inside, driving it deep into turn 1. Look at Smith going 3 wide up the middle there on Josh Bilicki. And we are going to clear Smith off of turn 2 that time on a great dive bomb into the corner. Still trying to work the lap traffic through 3 and 4. Christopher Bell back in the lead now for the 3rd time in the race with 88 laps to go. Car's definitely getting pretty loose here these last couple laps, so I guess I don't want to loosen it like I was originally planning at the start of stage 3 whenever we make this next pit stop, whether it's under green or under a yellow. as the tires go, to make it halfway through the stage, at least
Still there.
we've got to make it to 76 laps to go. That will give us our best shot. So if we can make it to 76 to go, we will have a shot from there to make it to the end of the race with just that one stop. If we don't make it to 76 to go, we'll definitely have to save our tires more, or maybe get a caution at some point in time in this third stage. We have not had a caution in stage 3 yet. We had 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Very long green flag run, definitely our longest of the race so far. Tyler Reddick, he's a lap down in 13th, in danger of going 2 laps down now. Stage 1 winner, almost seemingly no match here to win this race if he falls another lap down, which he will in turns 1 and 2. Got about a 4 to 4.5 second lead on Zane Smith. Chase Briscoe 8 seconds off the lead back in 3rd. Justin Allgaier, Michael Annette battling for 4th right now, side by side with each other at 18.5 seconds off the race lead. Running on the outside, very tight, staying in the gas, 3 wide up the middle. Now only 6 drivers on the lead lap as Ross Chastain will go a lap down. Quickly out to an 8-second lead now. It seemed like it was just a 4 to 4.5 second lead not that long ago. Right front tire down 6%. We're at 78 to go. Again, I want to make it to 76 to go before I hit pit road if possible. And we are right on the verge here of making this a one-stop race to the finish. Definitely going to take 4 tires this time on the pit road. $77 to go. Will we pit this time, or will we risk it trying to run another lap? We'll risk it. We'll risk it. We'll try to run one more lap to break this into half. This is going to be close. We're going to put Michael Annette and Justin Allgaier another lap down that time for turns 1 and 2. Come on, Ty. See if we can at least just make it to the end of the stage. We're going to be on the brakes hard here. On the apron, trying to ease it onto pit road so we don't blow that tire. We barely made it. That was a close one. Oh, man. Look at the fuel, though. We're going to be just short on fuel. Tires, we should be able to make it. No, we'll be short. Yeah, we'll be short on tires too now I'm thinking about it, but that was all the further we could run though. Yeah, barely made it. I don't know. We're gonna probably need a caution at some point in time, and hopefully it doesn't hurt us if we get a yellow, because we'll likely go a lap down here with this being a short track. Definitely try to run as long as we could there. We've fallen back to 9th, and yes, we are 1 lap down. And Cole Custer in 8th place is the first driver a lap down on the racetracks. Jeremy Clements is probably in danger of going a lap down if he isn't already a lap down. So actually, Clements might be the first guy that we have to catch here, but we've got 4 fresh. Let it rip. and we'll see if we can get it to go.
Still there. All clear.
We're trying to run our fastest laps. We do not want a caution to keep us a lap down, because that will, I wouldn't say ruin our chances of winning the race, but it'll make it 10 times harder. Cole Custer has passed Clements now. But if the rest of the field can make it about 70 laps to go before they pit, which I'm sure they'll easily be able to do, we know for a fact they're only one stop to the end of the race from there.
Still there.
Still inside the top 10 right now, and I'm sure we will finish inside the top 10 no matter what happens, but
Still there. All clear.
definitely don't want to risk things too much here. Zane Smith is the race leader. Before I pit, he had about a 4-second advantage on third place, Chase Briscoe. So Smith kind of out of nowhere becoming that second fastest car in the field on the longer runs, and not Briscoe.
Stay on the bottom.
Definitely on the short runs though, we're closer to the back half of the top 10. Right about where we're running right now, in fact.
Looking good.
Just clearing. Stephen Light, he did not give us a lot of room through turns 1 and 2. We have ran such fast laps on these 4 fresh Goodyear tires that we have now caught Jeremy Clements. And we can see Cole Custer, he is within sight as we move up to 8th. Ross Chastain, another 6.5 to 7 seconds ahead of us. We might have to catch him to get back on the lead lap as well here, because he's about to go a lap down from Zane Smith shortly. Oh, getting tight off the corner, barely keeping it off of Chase Briscoe. That costed us a little bit of time. Briscoe really trying to block us now through 3 and 4. On the bottom, trying to work him coming off the corner.
All right, you're clear.
And that will finally clear him in 1 and 2. A lot more time than what I wanted. Be nice if we can get back on the lead lap before the caution comes out too. Just so we don't have to fight for that free pass spot. We are catching Zane Smith in a hurry. Here's Cole Custer now. Custer just blocking us off. To the inside on Custer. Oh man, look at this lap traffic 3 wide now, trying to work it as we split the lap car of Tommy Joe Martins. Earnhardt in the way. He's now worked as a pick, and we will pass Cole Custer for 7th on the racetrack. And we are now the first driver 1 lap down. And the leaders are just now going to hit pit road. Right before we got our lap back, Zane Smith will come on down. That will give the leaders about 10 lap fresher tires than us. He's at least the first car to pit. Now we got more of the leaders coming onto pit road. So yeah, they'll definitely be able to make it on fuel. We've been able to run about 55, 60 laps on our tires. So we are definitely getting closer to our pit window. We know we're going to be short on fuel no matter what to the end, so we might have to make our stop pretty soon here. Kind of don't want to wait too much longer. I think that might hurt our chances of winning. I mean, this is looking like we might actually run this final stage caution-free. At the pace we are currently running with 62 laps left. It's not impossible. We have lapped everybody up to 4th. Chase Briscoe in 3rd, the last driver on the lead lap right now. We've got some of these lap cars and back marker cars now hitting pit road these next couple laps still. Briscoe has caught Zane Smith now for 2nd as he's only a couple car lengths behind him. Look at Tyler Reddick just fly going into turn 3 on the inside there. So much faster than us right now. See, we were about 20.5 seconds ahead of Zane Smith when he came off the pit road. He is now 18 seconds behind us with 58 laps to go. So now let's have roughly 5 lap pressure tires on him when we come on the pit road this time. Trying to short pit to the end from here might be our best option to try and win this race. This time though, we're going to carry it on this pit road as fast as we can without speeding. Good job, we didn't speed that time, so trying to short pit to the end of the race. Easily be able to make it on fuel. Tires should be fine to the end. We've been able to run through the stages. A little less than a stage 1 or 2 length to the finish from here. So just a little bit of a strategy call at this point. Off the pit road, here we come.
Okay, get back in there. Let's go.
Yep, just fell a lap down. Barely fell a lap down to Zane Smith. It'll be tough to see if we'll actually be faster than him or not, but we're at least going to try to be the first driver 1 lap down on the racetrack. Cole Custer just in front of us as we come off of pit road in 8th. We got about 5 lap pressure tires on all those leaders that were on pit road. Ross Chastain, the first driver, 1 lap down right now in 6th. Oh, Custer blows a tire into the outside wall. Caution. And that will not, man, that is going to hold us 1 lap down. Oh no, if we would have stayed out 3 laps longer. Man. Got lucky that we didn't get caught up in that wreck, but we were only 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds behind Ross Chastain at the time of the yellow. We're going to stay out. We'll restart in 7th. Chastain will get the free pass, and now we got to hold off everybody else. Wow.
All right, you're coming to the green. You ready?
Green flag going to be back in the air. Now we really need a caution to get back into this. 52 laps to go. This restart's going to get crazy. We're going to try to get back on the lead lap as soon as possible. 3 wide for the lead. Pushing the back of the 98 car, trying to get him to go. And that easily allows Justin Allgaier to get to the race lead. Trying to work our way back down to the bottom. Now the good news is we're currently have a caution to come out quickly right now, back on the lead lap with the free pass. Unfortunately though, we would have to restart at the rear of the field, so we definitely want to get the lead, get on the lead lap ourselves if at all possible. trying to hold off any car coming to the inside, and that gives us a little bit of a push. Up the racetrack we go. Cindric right behind us right now. Oh, Reddick cuts right into us. Look at Reddick out of nowhere trying to thread the needle, and here comes Elliott Sadler. Sadler is 2 laps down though, so that doesn't affect us any, outside of giving us more cars to pass. But Cindric still only a couple car lengths behind us. Gaulding going for the race lead now at Allgaier. I mean, this race is wide open at this point. Anybody could win. Inside. 48 to go. Sadler back on the inside of us again off the corner. He is still there, and Cindric is closing in. We got to be able to hold on to the free pass spot in case of a yellow. Sadler beats us into the corner. On the inside, Cindric is coming, and here we go. Getting tight off of turn 2, side by side for the free pass position between Bell and Cindric with 47 to go. Trying to hold him down, pinch him on the racetrack. We're nose to nose. Side by side, and now we're going to drive it in deep through 3 and 4. He shakes up the track a little bit. We work to the inside. We are 3 wide now. Through the tri-oval, trying to side draft off of him. At the line, he's still got the advantage as we drive it in deep into 1 and 2, trying to use the net as a pick. Battle is intense right now for the free pass spot for 7. Trying to get back into it. Slide job coming through 3 and 4. We clear him off of 4. Tries to crossover move on the bottom. We're making another big block. And Tyler Reddick is coming into the picture. He is 2 laps down as well. Getting tight off of 4 again. Cindric got a little loose off of 4. It looked like we kind of pulled him a little bit still. These are the cars on the outside of the racetrack. Can't quite clear Sadler off of turn 2. Sadler trying to fight right back up the middle. Can we clear Gaulding? Oh, contact! Wow, what a save down the front stretch. Gaulding was just shifting back and forward. Great job not to overdrive it. Somehow he kept it off the wall too. Zane Smith for the lead down on the bottom. Smith is going to clear Briscoe. What a great battle up ahead. Oh no, he can't clear him, and they almost came together. With only 41 laps to go for the leaders. What a battle for the lead that is going on. And now Zane Smith is going to clear Briscoe for the lead for sure off of turn 2 that time. I'm hoping we stay green long enough for us to get our lap back under green and then have the caution so we can line up right behind them on the restart rather than at the rear of the field. Remember, we were trying to play catch-up in the New Hampshire race last night. Nowhere close to how this is. But we were playing catch-up, and we tried to make a last lap pass through 3 and 4 on Jeffrey Earnhardt. A slide job. He slid up the track. He crossed us over and beat us at the line as we had a side-by-side finish. This one is shaping up to possibly be a good one as well, depending on how the rest of this race works out. Definitely, if we stay green to the end, gonna easily get our lap back, but I just don't know if we can overcome this deficit under green. I think we're gonna need a caution. And then if we get a caution, we will pit. To the inside of Briscoe off of turn 2. He's starting to lose Zane Smith more and more. A little bit of a bobble going into 3 that time. Briscoe staying on the outside of us still. We can't clear him. Might allow Zane Smith to get away from us a little bit more. And these laps are just winding down. Now we clear Briscoe off of turn 2. He might have just let us go, and he might just try to follow us to get back to Zane Smith again. With Smith being the race leader. .37 to go. 36 for the leaders. Deep run into turn 1. We're going to get to the inside of Zane Smith. Side by side down the back stretch. He's got us by a bumper going into 3. Can we make the pass? Through turns 3 and 4, we are going to clear Zane Smith. And we are back on the lead lap now, hoping for a caution with 34 to go. At the line. And we will pull away from him. And you can see 24 seconds off the lead. Can we somehow come back from a lap down in the last 40 laps to win the race? I mean, we got good long run speed, but I don't think we've got that kind of good long run speed. We might be able to get back to the top 5. I just don't think we're going to have enough to get all the way back around to the lead for the win. Almost 3 wide with those lap cars. It is 3 wide now down the front stretch with all the lap cars in front of us. And that's one thing that we're going to have to hope for. We got to hope these lap cars stay out of our way as much as possible. This is getting tight. Oh, a little contact with Jeff Green. Didn't want that to happen. Let's try to run everybody back down. We're only about 14.5 seconds back from Chastain in 6th. Golding about 15. These two pretty quick, but Zane Smith still about 22.5 seconds ahead of us. His main worry right now, obviously a caution, but second, Chase Briscoe could be closing in on him, as you kind of see in our look back cam. All that lap traffic with the leaders going on right now has allowed Chase Briscoe to close the gap on Zane Smith. Maybe they battle for the lead a lot too. That could allow us to catch up as well. For those of you watching, if you're not already subscribed, highly recommend it. We got daily content on the channel. With the COVID-19 outbreak, I'm sure there will be a lot more streams in the future without races going on, at least for the next couple weekends in the NASCAR world. Bring you some good action, hopefully like races such as this one. I mean, the Xfinity Series in general here on this channel, these last few races have been awesome. Classic finish at Daytona, last lap pass, we went from 3rd to 1st. We had a side-by-side finish at New Hampshire in the last race. The Michigan race was crazy. We had a last lap pass for the win there too, about 5 races ago. Already subscribed. Yeah, I knew you were subscribed. Not entirely sure who else is watching right now, but I really do appreciate it though, Lettuce Salesman. 27 to go. Again, that's for us. The race leader's at 26 to go at the line that time, but now that we're back on the lead lap, it's going to even itself out here. Lap traffic just so tough on these short tracks. Try and get on by. Really got to maneuver the best way you can around him. And now, see, when they stay along the top side, that works out better for us. But at the same time, you really can't catch them off the exit of the corner like we did with Ryan Sieg there. Because it just cuts our speed down just enough. We can't use the full exit to run the corner as perfectly as possible. Mike Harmon really slowing us up through 1 and 2 there. I mean, every little bit there is costing us just enough time. Still about 18.5 seconds off the lead. We're not at that point where we have to gain a second and a half yet. So at least that's good. I mean, this is going to be close if we stay green. Well, just short last night on a photo finish. Really don't want to come all that way, come back so far just to fall that short again. Comment down below if you guys think I'm going to get it done. Or if we're going to fall short. Like maybe we do get that caution to bunch the field back up again. Nobody pits, I'll likely be the fastest car on the track. Currently the last driver on the lead lap right now though, so I'm definitely going to pit in this position if a caution comes out. Oh, drove it in a little too deep through 1 and 2. Edward, thanks. Thanks for having faith in me. I've got faith in myself that there's a definite possibility that we can get this done. It's just going to be very, very tough. 21 to go. We driving it in a little too deep in the corners, almost kind of overdriving it a little bit. Want to get as close to the apron with those left side tires as I can. Although Iowa is a multiple groove racetrack for a short track here, a little bit of progressive banking in the corners inside's my most preferred line in this race. So wide for it being a short track though. A little over 3/4 of a mile in length. So we are catching Gray Galding for 6th. He is caught up in very heavy lap traffic, going 3 wide for the time being. This could get dicey into the corner. Look at us going, man. Getting tight. Oh, Vinnie Miller in the way, just able to not only stay in the gas, but get under him cleanly. I really didn't want to get out of the gas there. We pulled it tight, but there we go. Chastain, a little less than 2 seconds ahead of us in 5th. Can we pull off the comeback with Christopher Bell here? Get yet another win on the season. Chastain really trying to get that car to turn under him. Oh, up the middle, 3 wide in between those two teammates. Got a little loose into the corner, trying to get the car to turn. These tires are definitely wearing out on the car. Wow, man, I didn't realize how much the right front tires wearing out again. I mean, we can't save our tires, though. We got to go. Oh, my goodness, so much going on here. I had no clue our right front tires had 28%. It goes to show how much we're burning it off here, because we are having to run less laps under green this time than what we did in stage 1 or 2 to the finish of the race from the time we last pitted and when the caution came out. So we did pass Chastain for 5th. Justin Allgaier 3.5 seconds ahead of us right now in 4th. Not too much further ahead of him is 3rd place Michael Annett. It was 14 to go. 2 questions. Will the right front tire make it? And if it does, can we get to the win? We have burned our tires so much over the course of this race today. Trying to last all the way to the end at this point. Only 4 cautions throughout the course of the night. That is not a lot by any means, even though it is a shorter race with it being an Xfinity race, but here we go. Definitely catching all guy in a hurry. It is down to single digits as far as the seconds back. We are now a little less than 9 seconds back going into turn 1 with 12 to go.
Still there. Clear on.
Again, we do need lap traffic to pay off. We got a ton of it ahead of us and ahead of the race leader, Zane Smith, as well. Right front tire burning out on it. Down to 20% tire wear, 11 laps to go. To the inside, we're going to make the pass on Allgaier for position. Custer, even after hitting the wall hard, bringing out the last caution we had after blowing the right front tire. It looked like it was the right front at least. He is still lapped down, but he is in ninth.
Still there. All right, you're clear.
Not in the free pass position right now, though, as Austin Cindric has the free pass spot right now. Man, that lap traffic's costing us now. Timmy Hill getting in our way a little bit. There's Michael Annette, third place driver. Getting to the outside of Matt Mills there. Getting a good run off the corner still, though. 9 to go for third to the bottom of the racetrack. Bell's up to third. Briscoe not too far ahead of us as well. Only a second and a half ahead. Almost got him to the side of the 86 off of turn 2. We are pushing it hard. We're going to get up to second for sure. Just less than 5 seconds behind the race leader, Zane Smith. Now 8 to go. Bell coming on strong. To the back bumper now, the 98. He goes to the top. We go to the middle here, trying to work him and the lap traffic. We will clear Briscoe off of turn 4. Bell up to second. Oh, man, trying to squeeze in between the lap cars now. Oh, John Jackson's in the way. All the way down to the apron. Oh, my goodness. 3 seconds back of the lead. Oh, driving it in deep, and the 19's in our way now. Right front tire down to 12% as well. Got to keep an eye on it. We lost a little time through 3 and 4 there. 6 to go. If we don't get there, it's going to be close. Oh, man. 3 wide for a short moment. Awkward angle into the corner. Going to get it to stick. 5 laps to go at the line. These laps are ticking by quick here. 2.5 seconds back from Zane Smith, the race leader. Trying to get these corners to run about as perfect as possible. 10% left on the tire wear on the right front now. Really having to use the brakes quite a bit now. Zane Smith caught up in traffic. 4 to go, 2.5 back. Still got a couple more lap cars around him. We got 3 lap cars in between us. How quickly can we get around him? Man, my heart is thumping here. Adrenaline through the roof. Oh, man. Almost got into the 01 of Stephen Light. We're going to have another classic finish on the hands here on the channel tonight. 3 to go. Will the tire make it? Can we get Zane Smith? He goes to the inside of the lap car. He caught him in a terrible spot there. We're going to follow him. Oh, driving it in deep here to try and catch him. 2 to go at the line. Zane Smith leads. We might catch more lap traffic as well. All bets are off now. Smith trying to block us to the inside. Side by side for the lead off of turn 2. Trying to race him clean back to the In our way, moving up in front of Smith now. Will he try the crossover? He can't with the left car on the inside. Christopher Bell to the lead. One flag in the air, one to go. We timed it about perfect. 3 more lap cars just in front of us through 3 and 4 for the final time. Will the tire make it? Oh, Balicki almost came down and blocked us. We're pulling away to the checker. Christopher Bell wins it in Iowa. What a finish to this race. Unbelievable. And what a series of races over the last week we have had. Unbelievable. Yeah, I did almost blow a tire twice in the race. Oh, man. Well, 3 times, really, but... Oh, wow. I mean, that was crazy. Just crazy. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this race as much as I did. Wow. Less than a 1-second victory on Zane Smith, passing him coming to the white flag. That is going to be it for this stream here tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We've got a decent amount of streams coming your way tomorrow. Probably have a couple for the career mode on Tony Stewart's sprint car racing game. And we will run the Xfinity race at Watkins Glen as well as the Cup race at Auto Club Speedway. So hope you guys will enjoy that as well down below. And yeah, I'll see you next time. For anybody else who will watch this video in the future, hit the subscribe button down below for more NASCAR daily content on the channel. And hit the like button if you enjoyed the race, the commentary, the video in general. Thanks for watching.